Hello everyone, it's Blaze, and welcome to a new interesting Pokemon video. The worst part in every single Pokemon game, and I'm excited to see what this is all about, so I guess without delay, let's start this thing. And if I will agree with any of these opinions.
The worst part of every single Pokemon game in only 10 minutes. Red and Blue. While getting many of Pokemon's core mechanics right the first time, many aspects leave a lot to be desired. The
Agreed.
type chart is an actual crime. Psychic-type
Really?
Pokemon are left completely unchecked by anything that isn't Beedrill's Twin Needle.
Oh yeah, that's
Hyper
true.
Bee
That's
lacks
true.
any real counters, fast Pokemon are objectively better since they have higher crit rates, and some moves like Wrap completely break the game wide open.
I never am going
Quality
to
of
play
life is
Gen
also
1
pretty
in the original.
pain-inducing here. You have to save to switch boxes, the bag is just one.
Yeah, I will never ever play Red and Blue. Like, this seems like a nightmare. If I would have to play it, I would have to do some kind of milestone or something to do it. Like, that is the only way I ever truly will play these two games, because, oh my gosh, they are annoying to seem like.
Long continuous menu that also gets full way too quickly. And there's a ton of other things that future games have streamlined a lot. Green. This one's more of a bonus since I'm sure most of you have never played it before, but my god, Gen 1 didn't need Darkrai because these sprites are the most nightmare-inducing things I've ever seen. Yellow. It's supposed to be like, what if the anime met the games, but the Indigo League anime wasn't even close to being finished when they started development. Because of this, there's some glaring omissions, like Blaine doesn't have his iconic Magmar, and plots
Where's
from
his
later
mustache, too?
episodes have no influence at all. Also, a ton of Pokemon aren't available here, despite being the definitive Gen 1 game.
Really?
Because the game wants you to roleplay as Ash Ketchum, and Ash Ketchum doesn't use Beedrill. Except that one time he caught one in Johto and immediately gave it away. Gold and Silver. By far, still
That's
the
stupid.
worst Pokemon distribution in the entire series. Most areas repeat
so?
the exact same Pokemon, with most of the interesting new Gen 2 Pokemon being found
Oh.
entirely too late to be useful.
Agreed.
Or not even in Johto for some reason.
I hate that so much.
Pools also somehow get worse for a lot of Pokemon in these games, and Stone evolutions are also gated until post-game. So even
Stupid.
though you have access to nearly 200 Pokemon before the League, most of them are just terrible. Crystal. As an enhanced version, this game does not really feel much more enhanced from Gold and Silver. Most of the innovative features are exclusive to the Japanese version of the game.
Of course it
including
is.
The Celebi event for some reason.
Damn you, Japan!
And while Pokemon distribution is significantly better here, it still doesn't fix any of the gym leaders, most of whom don't even use Johto Pokemon. Like,
Morty.
would it have been hard to give Falconer a hoot hoot? Ruby and Sapphire
Seems like it
somehow
would.
went from the best post-game in Pokemon history to the absolute worst. It's literally just the Battle Tower, which is basically copy and pasted from Crystal. Oh, and you can catch Latias and Latias, because who doesn't love roaming legendaries? What a blessing.
Wait until the
And
next
instead of featuring
generation.
The 180 Pokemon they cut from the Pokedex in the post-game, they opted to kick the can down the road to make sure you bought Coliseum and XD. We sort of forgave them for that because those games were fire, but in retrospect, it was kinda scummy. Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Also hard to get to
Mechanically,
sometimes.
These games fix almost everything that was wrong with Gen 1, but it's really weird about including anything new. It's super picky about maintaining the original 151 Pokemon, so you can't get Pokemon like Espeon or Crobat until post-game.
Which is
Actually,
stupid.
I lied, you can't even get Espeon or Umbreon at all. You have to trade to Ruby and Sapphire
Oh
first.
yeah, I remember hearing
And
about that
you have
from
to go through an
MJTV.
extensive post-game just to unlock trading with the Hoenn games. It's so much work for such a basic feature. Not
That
to
is
mention,
stupid.
the Sevi Islands, while a significant improvement to the post-game, are filled with all kinds of nothing burger locations that feel more important than they actually are. Almost every landmark is, wow, this looks cool. Oh wait, there's nothing here. Emerald. While
Sad.
Emerald makes significant improvements across the board, it oddly makes a few things worse. Battle Tents did not need to replace almost all of the contest halls. Now you have to go all the way to Lily Cove City just to make Pokeblocks. The Pokenav now has unskippable calls, and unlike the Pokegear from Gen 2,
I hate
you
that.
can't deny registering phone numbers.
Oh, I hate that.
Also, you have Steven getting replaced with Wallace, while Wallace is replaced with essentially a clone of himself.
Why did they
who has
do that?
basically been erased from the franchise since then.
Why'd they even do that?
Diamond and
That's a true question.
Pearl. I'm sorry, did I waste your time reading that? Because that's basically what Diamond and Pearl does. These games are so horrendously optimized that doing anything takes a literal eternity.
Oh yeah.
Running is slower, surfing is slower, animations are slower, HP...
As much as these games are amazing, like actually no, I should not say this one. Platinum, as much as Platinum is amazing, they are still pretty mediocre games when you take a step back and take off your nostalgia glasses. They do so much that are actually kind of wrong. Mainly how long it takes. Like, there's videos of people literally doing taking out a Blissey with max HP and it taking a solid, like, what was it, like almost 10 minutes? I don't remember. For some reason they do the HP bar per second instead of like very quickly like they do nowadays, or even previous times. Sometimes I'll give them a little benefit of the doubt because this was the first DS games, but still, they could have done so much better with this games. It's amazing and introduced a lot of amazing stuff, but they still could have done so much more better.
Bars are slower, and general gameplay is slower because you need an HM just to use the bathroom in this region.
Oh yeah,
B-Barrel
the
is
HMs are
everybody's
terrible.
honorary 7th team member. Also, the worst regional decks of all time. Only 150 Pokemon, and most of them are bad repeats.
5 fire types.
It doesn't even have all the new Gen 4 Pokemon. We put all 5 members of the Wurmple family in this dex, but not Electivire. Platinum.
Stupid.
A bit faster than Diamond and Pearl, but still remarkably slow, especially considering how long they worked on this. Also, despite drastically improving the Pokedex, for some reason, Honchkrow and Miss Magius are taken out of the game, which is a very weird omission. Other than that, basically universal upgrades here. Hey, hope you're not too mad at me yet. If you're not,
I agree.
I'd love it if you subscribed. Most
Same,
of my viewers
please.
aren't, and I really want to hit 300,000 subscribers this year, so...
Yeah, please subscribe to me as well. I want to hit at least, well, I forget how many subs I have. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I want to at least hit 300 before the year is over on both of my channels. Links are always in the description. Please go check them out. I know you would like it just as much as you like me on here. I play a lot of fun games on here. I even have a Twitch channel that I stream on it. Try to at least twice a week. If you want to support me or at least see exclusive stuff that will 100% get me copyright on here, I also have a Patreon. There's a bunch of free videos to watch. It just need to follow it if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, if you want to support me on there, just $1, nothing more, just $1 for content you won't see anywhere else. Now back to the video.
Be sure to do that. Thank you. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It
My
keeps
first ever
crystals
Pokemon
locked, but
games.
doesn't keep
Soul
crystals
Silver.
improved wild Pokemon variety. Yes, the Safari Zone does fix a lot of the Johto Pokemon issues, but it's a ton of work to set up, and I think most of us would have been fine with the routes just having more variety in general. Black and White. While Universe Dex of only 150 is way better balanced than Diamond and Pearls, it is a bit of a mixed bag. Most Pokemon are really good, but so many are incredibly late bloomers for no reason. It makes them borderline unusable, including popular ones like Bisharp, Mienshao, Braviary, and Volcarona. Only including new Pokemon, while praise is a bold and fresh decision now, was very controversial at launch because fans were locked out of their old favorites. It definitely did not like that aspect. Black 2 and White 2. While the beginning and end of the game is completely different from Black and White, the middle section of the game undeniably feels way more repetitive and sluggish. Pretty much everything from Castelia to Mistralton City is exactly the same, just with a very reduced emphasis on the Team Plasma plot, which makes it a bit hard to slug through a second time. Also, while I love the difficulty options in this game, it is so horribly implemented.
Agreed.
Why do you have to beat the game and use a second Nintendo DS to transfer the key to yourself? And despite your opponents having higher levels in challenge mode, they still have the exact same stats as they do in normal mode. So essentially, you're just getting bonus EXP. X and Y. Watered down in pretty much every aspect compared to the previous few games, with a ton of characters who just fall flat and feel like they don't add anything to the experience other than extra dialogue. The most frustrating part is just seeing all the areas that got cut short. These games are just potential unfulfilled. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Agree there. I 100%.
While it does include Emerald content, almost all of it is contained to the 2-hour-long Delta episode.
I like that episode.
The gym leaders revert back to their old, boring Ruby and Sapphire versions.
That sucks.
Yeah, Watson doesn't even have a Manetric anymore. The Battle Frontier gets deleted from the post-game, and in many respects, it sadly doesn't feel like the definitive version of Hoenn that it should be. Sun and Moon.
Good games, though.
Casinos are more respectful of my time than these games are, especially in the first half. Way too much required dialogue and tutorials for things that could be explained in a single text box.
Agreed.
It takes nearly an hour just to get your starter Pokemon. That's absurd! And it started this trend of almost every Pokemon game after this over-explaining even the most basic features. Ultra Sun
You
and
have to
Ultra Moon.
look for the
A
kids,
lot
though.
of the new material comes in the form of side quests, which, while fun, also makes a lot of the upgrades very missable. It's no wonder why most people felt like these were the least improved enhanced versions. And while it makes a lot of changes, particularly at the beginning to improve the flow, it introduces like 3 more tutorials that pretty much offset it. Alola Photo Club should not be a required part of the story.
Agreed.
Let's go Pikachu and Eevee. Force catching grinds the gameplay to a halt a lot of the time. Most of the depth of the game is stripped away, and they're pretty much brain dead easy for anybody over the age of 5. Whereas most other Pokemon games, you at least have to be 12. Sword and Shield, possibly the most.
The catching mechanics in that game, I hated. Grinding in that game sucked. Like, I did a friend lock-in. I will admit, I had to crash out due to, 1, people not showing up, but 2, because of how annoying the grinding are. Do I regret all the stuff I said? A good chunk. I will not apologize for people saying they want to show up but then don't. That will always be a massive complaint of mine. That really sucks, and I don't know why people do that.
Most lackluster map design in any Pokemon game ever. It tries to combine the traditional top-down style with the new open-world style.
I agree with this.
It doesn't do either of them well.
And no post-game.
The wild area is an incredibly barren tech demo for Gen 9, and the traditional routes and dungeons feel more like hallways than explorable areas.
Agreed there.
Route 2 is pretty much the only place in the game where you could go off the beaten path. That's just sad. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Am I allowed to say all of it? No?
We're going to be here for 2 hours.
Okay, then. It reinstates the horrible Diamond and Pearl decks. Affection and friendship is forced upon you. It adds some Pokemon to the Underground, but not their Gen 4 evolutions, which is a stupid. You lose most of the other unique Underground and Secret Base forms, and the art style is debatably worse than the original games. There. Does that cover it? Legends Arceus. Unfortunately, feels more like a Pokedex collectathon than an actual adventure at times. There are considerably fewer randomized encounters, so the game feels less unique when replaying it. And the dialogue is incredibly overdone and repetitive. Adaman and Irida might actually be my least favorite Pokemon characters ever, purely for how they have the exact same conversation about 40 times throughout the game.
Damn.
Scarlet and Violet. By far the most embarrassing launch of a Pokemon game of all
100%.
time, purely on a technical level. And
Definitely.
while it finally commits to being a fully open-world game, it doesn't carry over any of the aspects that you'd expect a good open-world game to have, like side quests or cool collectibles. Things that Legends Arceus had and did well. They had to make all the TMs breakable again just to give you something to hunt. Make something new, don't take us backwards.
Agreed.
Legends ZA. They sold us $30 DLC less than 2 months after launch. Just delay the freaking game, man. You're gonna sell millions of copies anyway.
Agreed.
And this DLC basically just gives you the simplest gameplay loop of all time that takes place in retextured areas you've already been to. I'm sorry, it's not good. They also decided to make way too many Mega Evolutions exclusive to the online mode,
I hate
which
this part,
you
that
also
part.
have to pay for, by the way. So, sorry if you like Mega Delphox or Chestnut, you probably finished the game before they came out. Sorry if you like the Hoenn Starter Megas, you probably finished the DLC before they came out. And Mega Garchomp Z? Was anybody still playing the game when it dropped?
No,
What are you supposed to do
I
with
wasn't.
it? Beat the ZA Royale for the 160th time? Anyway, I got all my hater out. If you're mad too, go watch my best parts of every Pokemon game video. It should make you feel better.
Ooh. Do I want to watch it in this video? No, I'll make a separate video. More views for me then. I will definitely watch that for sure, because I really did enjoy it. A lot of these critiques and complaints, I 100% agree with. I legit agreed with so many of his complaints. Like, they were so accurate to some of the things I feel. Like, oh my gosh, I do love Pokemon. It's an amazing franchise, and I want to do more with it. That's why I sometimes do challenges, or like my Nuzlocke sometimes, or my friend locks. Like, I want to do more with it. It's just, how can you play more of the exact same thing? But either way, I still enjoy every second of the games I play. They're so much fun. I just enjoy it so much. It just sucks when sadly, we have to make videos like these going over every bad decision they've made, because there are still so many bad things that they're making. Like, ZA, was it a perfect game? No, there's still a lot of things that I feel like could have been improved on. One thing they did improve is bringing back the shiny sound. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, just a slight tingle. Oh, of the sounds. Oh, that always hits me. Oh, I love it, but still, I do enjoy this, and I will definitely be watching the best parts of each Pokemon game soon enough. So until then, I'll see whatever I post next. Bye!